Good evening. It is Monday, June 20th. Alpha Traders. I am DP. We are here. AlphaTraders.com. If you want to, if you're interested in joining, at Alpha Traders Inc. on Twitter and YouTube, and that's where we're talking to you right now is YouTube. Last week was a little tough. It was a tougher week for myself. Thought we would get some more run-ups, more short coverings than we did, and made some good money on the downside, but also lost some money to the upside. So we're going to look at a better week this week. It's been a tough trading market, I think, for a lot of people, but we are in some stuff for next week. We're in some NVIDIA for next week. So we'll see how it all goes. But let's talk ES. That's why we're here. We're here for the futures. We're here for the outlook. Every single well, it's Sunday, but it's Monday because of the holiday. Happy Juneteenth. And we're always here for you. This will always be free. This is a resource for you. I try to keep it under 7-8 minutes. So let's just pop into it here. So ES, already, as you can see, futures are up 50 to 37.26. You can see on the hourly here, I actually have these predetermined. I actually had these from last week, and you can see it's actually starting to bust up here once it breaks this general area right about here. You could put it here, but I put it at where the other candles were starting to put, but we can put it up here. So it's approaching that 37.30, 37.32 area. This can really run going into tomorrow and Wednesday just as more of a short covering. And it looks as if we go to the daily here, this was my buy zone, by the way. This area was my scale buy zone. So for me, it looks to me as if we're forming a new range, right? You have a new range here. This is probably the top of your new range if that's the case, but this is probably more likely at 4,100. That's the extreme top, right? You have a lot of supply sitting here now, and there's this gap right here. So this area right here is a natural barrier. Right here into this gap. So if we were going in closer here, you could actually see that it's either this line or this, and we would put two here, but for the sake of spacing, we'll keep it at the bottom. So a target for me would be, the first target would be this supply area right here around 38.08. Between 38.08 and 38.40, this would be a target area on the daily. I do think this is a great target for by the end of the week, 38.81 into this gap. And if you want to put it on top here, you can put it to the body and put it to 3,900. 100-point gap right there. So this gap could get filled at 3,900, would be amazing, be a nice relief bounce, but I wouldn't be. But then I think if we do get to this point, I think there's a lot of former supply here. I think we could fill that gap, and I think it's a great place to short. That probably will come the next week, but we're looking up this week. We're looking up just for defining ranges and defining where we want to be as a market. You can't go straight down all the time without some spectacular news like when we did with COVID and the government shut down and the economy shut down, and that's scary stuff. So get over this 37.32. My next level up will be 37. We'll call it 37.56. Above that, we will come to this supply here at 37.62. So this little range right here should be a profit-taking area. And then on top of that, if we do decide to run it up on the 15-minute for scalpers, that's where I would be looking, possibly here, 37.85 or 37.78, 37.85 range. For more holistic, more swing trader type people, they want to hold stuff overnight. The 4-hour, let's clear that. 4-hour has a double bottom look here, as you can see. We have a double bottom here. You can see where that had created a higher low of liquidity pull here. This one actually got lower, which is crazy. So I think ultimately we do want to come back and visit this because that double bottom did have a liquidity push all the way to 36.40. So for me, I'm looking at double bottom, looking for a W reversal here. I'm looking into the supply. I'm looking ultimately, as we talk to, roughly 3,900-ish. 38.50 and into the gap above that into the 3,900 area if we really want to work it. We'll obviously see if that comes to fruition. Otherwise, I hope you all have a good week. I think we're going to have a nice green week. I think it's pretty safe to go long. Not safe, I shouldn't say that, but safe enough to where, as long as we stay above, I think this line, this supply right here, which is 37.07, 37.06. I think it's a good place you can still long. I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up to where we're at right now, maybe a little bit more. And then at the very beginning of the day, they sell it just to get more stops, and they also sell it to get some more positioning. And then into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we really start to move. So alphatraders.com, hang out, be with us. We appreciate everybody that's here. Community is awesome. I think you guys are great. For all members that are listening to this, I think you guys are awesome. We have a lot of fun. So that's it for me. DP signing off. alphatraders.com, at AlphaTraders Inc., YouTube and Twitter. Hit that like, hit that sub. We appreciate you.